Good evening.
Good evening อาจารย์
Good
โอ
evening.
เค สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีครับคริสติน สวัสดีครับลุยส์โอ้
Yeah, I'm Lars อาจารย์
How are you today?
Yeah, I'm good, but like I think I'm kind of sick, so today I'm stay at home.
Okay, no problem at all. As long as you are concentrating and working with the lessons, that is all I need.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good. And today, we are going to have three activities in the class, and you can also participate as well, you guys, Christine and Ruzu. And most importantly, I would like to say that I have already finished marking your capstone project. Wow. You can see the score, and you can also see the feedback as well. Yes, yes. Oh, it's broken. Yes, it's not working. It only one acorn is working right now. The way to get your score is through the my course view. Okay, let's show the student where they can see their score first. Student master maybe in the Microsoft view is the portfolio. Yes, you can see the menu. Okay, go to the My Course view and then go to what menu? Menu, yes. Roster. Maybe in the portfolio. Okay, you see portfolio, and when you click the website will show the dashboard of you. The dashboard of you will show the score, the midterm exams.
It's not complete yet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
That's why. Because it's done our final.
Yes. No. No. Okay. Good. So maximum score now is the full mark is 20. Okay. Are you happy? Yeah. Very nice. It is in the My Course view, and then on the student interface, you should look for the word portfolio. It is the word in the left-hand side. Good. But on the screen right now, you cannot see the word portfolio in the left-hand side menu because this is in the teacher interface, not the student interface. For the student interface, you should look for portfolio. Okay, that is what is score. But more important than the score is the feedback. Okay, and I would like you not just only look for the feedbacks for your own works. You should read all the feedback that I give to all students as well. So I compile all the feedbacks in the discussion under the words final first capstone submission, and you will see that I have the link to your work, and in your work I add comments there. Please read all the comments that you got or your friend got so that you can revise your work accordingly. And sometimes, as I am a human, sometimes when I see the same mistake happened to the student, sometimes I did not mention about that problem again and again and again, because I thought that I have already mentioned about these points, these issues to the student previously. So I think you should take a look all the comments, and I would like you to also learn from others' success and mistake as well. And when you see that, maybe sometimes your friends need support. Sometimes your friend obviously need support. Do not hesitate to help them out. I think it is a better atmosphere to help one another. I would like to emphasize this. And when you see some of your friends are very strong in writings, and I actually compliment to their work, it is a good thing to also learn from their work as well. And if you have got some time to approach that student, I think you can ask for their support and comment on your work as well, so that you can make your work better in the next round of submission, which is the final capstone. With this strategy, you will have got more friends. Okay, and if you have got any thing for me to clarify, please do not hesitate to ask. After we finish these sessions, I will be available to answer to all the questions that you have in mind. At the moment, the first feeling that you get the feedback might be over positive about yourself, or not yourself, sorry, over positive about Ajahn Smith who give you high mark, or over negative about Ajahn Smith because I give you unsatisfying mark. So let that feeling settle down a little, and then we will discuss at the end of the session. Okay, thank you very much for understanding. Well, the activity. Today we have got 3 activities. The first one is about hard choice model. The second one is the cognitive bias model, and the last one is the something that I already forgot. Okay. Okay, let's do the first one. Hard choice model. When you have to make a decision, right? When you have to make a decision, sometimes you kind of feel that, oh, this is kind of very hard to make a choice, because there are sometimes similar, sometimes it doesn't make any differences, or sometimes it's not comparable at all, because I cannot say that I like this shirt more than this pants, because it's totally different thing. It's used for different purpose, so it is uncomparable. All right, okay, let's take a look. So the smart people have made the model into 2 axes, and then it makes the possibilities. Or in this model, the first possibility is the decision, the thing that you are comparing them, they are very easy to compare, because it's obviously that one choice is much better than the other choice, and it has got no consequence. If you make a wrong choice, it doesn't matter much, because you can take another chance to choose the right one. So this is very easy to compare and no consequence. So can you think about a scenario that you make a decision and things are very easy to compare and it doesn't have big consequence if you take a wrong choice? And the answer can be very subjective. Okay, let's take me. I'm not so choosy, picky about eating. I can take whatever lunch. So whatever store that has got shorter line, I just go in there and just order the food. So for me, the thing is easy to compare because when I just make decision based on the length of the queue. Very easy to compare, right? And if I go into the shop that has got the shortest queue, and then I eat their food and I don't like it, never mind. I can eat tomorrow with other shops. So this is the scenario that I can think of about my case. And what about yours? Yes, Serena.
Which movie or series I watched that day.
Okay, whatever series comes first on the list, you just click play. And when you spend about an hour watching that movie, it's boring, then stop and never look at it again. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. But for some other people might feel that you have already spent 1 hour. But for you, it's never mind. Okay, what about you? Have you got any idea?
I would say buying mineral water. Because
Yes.
after all, it's just mineral water. Even for example, if I buy one bottle of mineral water and it doesn't taste, it actually doesn't taste good. It doesn't matter that much because it's like 7 baht or 10 baht. So okay.
Right. And how do you compare the mineral water bottles on the shelf?
I just chose the one that's really colorful.
Okay, very easy to compare. Which one is down? The one that is down color, just forget about it. Yeah, very easy to compare, no consequence. Okay, good. Now let's talk about difficult to compare and it has got slight consequence. This option is better than the other in one way, and the other option is better than the last one in other way. So, and then they are not really the same. This makes the choice difficult, even if the actual choice is not that important. Remember that the wrong choice made multiple times can lead to important consequences. But let's talk about this first decision to make first. Okay, can you think about the scenario that you think that it can fall into this kind of category? Yes.
Same example as Sarah, but for me, the water falls into the difficult to compare but slight consequence because I think I'm quite picky with water.
Oh, yes, you're right.
So
Because the dimension that you compare is not the color of the label.
no,
No.
I really prefer the taste.
Mhm.
So even before, like when I first came here and I want to buy like the same brand of water, so I did a research online of which brand of water that tastes that fits to my taste.
So what are variables that you take into consideration?
I think I think if it,
pH level?
yeah, if the pH level is too high, usually I don't like it because it's too bitter. Yeah, I like it very subtle, no taste at all.
Wow. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. And okay, so difficult to compare. Yeah, you have to really take a look at that particular variables. And sometimes this brand has got good pH, but maybe the taste eventually it's not as good as the first one. So you have to reconsider or thinking about it. Right. So this is possible. Okay. And what about this one? Easy to compare, but if you make a wrong choice, it will be a big consequence. It has a big consequence. Okay, in this case, the choice is clear as there is a big difference between the choices and the consequence of making the wrong choice is great. Okay, let's try, Fiona.
I think whether I want to go to class or go to see an event.
Go to class or to attend an event. Very easy to compare. And it has a big consequence. Yes, if the class has got a pop-up quiz, then doom. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes. Okay, this is something that you have to carefully make decision. The fourth one, difficult to compare, and the consequence of the decision is big. Okay, electing a new president, very difficult to compare because this person good in this point, but in the other aspect, he's not as good as the other. Why the other has got this wrong kind of aspect. Okay, this is very difficult to compare. You are right. And if you choose the wrong one, oh, it has got 4-year consequences. Right. Okay, good. Thank you very much. And then, so choice one, read the following choice and place them in the right area on the matrix. Or choice one, you need to choose what to get for dinner. So this one is no-brainer or big choice or the apple pear decisions or hard choice. Okay, when I talk about no-brainer, it means that it is very easy to compare and the consequence is very minimal. So I think getting something to eat for dinner is no-brainer to me, but not to you, but not to you. Okay, okay. So that's why I better leave this exercise for you to fill in, and then we discuss in pair, and then we discuss in class later on. Do not just review what I think first, because what I think it doesn't matter. Is the thing that matters most is what you are thinking. Okay, good. So please read the instructions and fill in the gap. Are you okay, Ruju and Christine?
Yes, I got.
Yep, yep.
Okay, okay, good, good. So you and James, is it James? Okay, pair up and discuss. Maybe later after you finish.
Does it have to be one choice per one?
Yes, per one box. Yes. ครับแล้วเราเป็นเฉลยมันเป็นยังไงแล้วก็เวลาเป็นมันเรียกว่าแอปพลายคือเป็นยังไงนะก็คือเรียนอืมอันนี้ก็เรื่องหนึ่งอันนี้ I think choice three is very similar to the case that Fiona talked about.
The decision is still.
ดีเนาะแล้วก็เป็น communication อะโอเค Okay, good. Okay, let's discuss. What about you, James? What is your answer for the choice number one? It is no-brainer or hard choice?
For me, the hard choice.
Why? Can you please explain?
Because I cannot decide what we're gonna eat in dinner because have a limited choice because when I come to school, university, I only can eat around Sanyang or something, but in my home, I only can have a Grab. So
Okay, you have Grab,
yeah,
so you
I
can
eat
choose a lot of
everything.
things.
So it's hard for me to choose what I going to eat.
Okay, thank you very much. So, in your terms, I think the hard choice means that it's difficult to make the decision because the choice that available right now is not enough for you to choose from. You need more choices. Yeah, okay. So in your term, you mean this. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you very much, James. Do you agree?
So for me, based on the choices available in this exercise, I think choice number one would be a no-brainer because the other choice is much harder to make. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, good. Thank you. Comparatively, okay, if one box for one choice, comparatively, choice one should be no-brainer. Okay, thank you. Thank you. But for James, he is no. He need more choice. Okay. But the answer is choice one for no-brainer. Okay, thank you. Yay. And what about you, Sarah? Choice two, where it's go. Not Sarah. Okay, Sarah. Actually, Serena.
No, I just want to point out what Lauren said. He said, because James is lazy, he don't want to go downstairs to find food. Is that true, James? Fight back.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Okay, and now you have got the
Agree.
decision to make. You have got appendix that needs to
Yes.
be removed.
Okay. For me, wait, what was the question again?
Okay.
Oh,
Try
choice.
to-
Sorry. Unique to appendix. I think it's a hard choice because it's between, yeah, life and death. I think.
Mhm.
What do you think?
Okay, I think in this case, the comparability is high or low? High, high. Yes. It's obviously that you need to do something for sure. Mhm. You need to do something for sure. And if you don't, and if you take a wrong choice, make a wrong choice, it die. Okay, so it's going to big choice. Yes, it is the big choice. Yes, it is a big choice. Is that the correct answer for you guys? Yes, yeah, it is a big choice. It's a big choice. Okay, next. Choice three. What about you, Serena, Pop? And what? A Pop. Okay. The previous one you got the wrong one. Okay, so you have to swap then. Okay, the choice number 3. Can you please read? Okay, you need to design if you should go to the party tonight or stay home and study for the exam that starts in a few days.
Compare, but they become consequent about the study.
Yes, correct. Yes. Yes, it's easy. It is obviously that if you go out, you will not be able to get a good grade because the exam is about to start in a few days. Okay, so this is going to fall into the apple and pear decision. Very clear that you should stay. The comparability is low. The comparability is low and the consequence is kind of high. The consequence of the decisions is high. Or maybe not at that high because it is going to be a few days, not the next day, right? The consequence might not that high. So it's going to apple and pear decision. Mhm. And then comparing with the choice number 4, to have a kid or not having a kid is a big decision. Yes, big decision. But and the consequence is very big. So it's going to be a hard choice because although having a kid is good in a way, but not having a kid is also another good in another way as well. So it is kind of a hard choice comparing to the first one. We have to compare things. And what about this activity has taught us is that when you have to make a decision, you have to always think about the consequence of what decision you make, of the decision that you make. You have to think about the consequence, high or low. And then also you have to think about what are the variables that you need to take into the consideration. If the variable that you take into the considerations is something that very obvious, it will make things easier for you to make the decision. But if you take more variables into considerations, it will make the decision more complicated. This is not going to say about the consequence. This is going to, I'm talking about how can it be compared. So whenever you make a decision, think about comparability and consequences. And let's relate it back to the strategic communication. Can you think about the scenario that making decision hard, or sometimes it's not hard, but it's big consequence, it's big kind of big choice, or sometimes it's just very easy, this is no-brainer, you don't have to think about it, although you make it wrong, it doesn't matter much. Or a time in your communication office that, okay, this is apple and pear decision. Can you think about? What about you, Christine and Rusu?
I'm thinking about it right now.
Oh, yes. Yes. Thank you very much. It is very hard to think about it, although you have experience. Let me take one scenario for example. This one is very kind of, I think, no-brainer because it is most of the time very easy to think about and very easy to say it out. For example, if you see the advertisement and you have to make a decision that is this advertisement using the right tone and mood for this message or not? Are you going to let it launch like that or not going to launch like that? This is kind of, yeah, very, very easy choice, right? No-brainer. And you know what? Although sometimes you launch it in a not very mood and tone or color, sometimes you can revise it next round because you have a lot of poster to launch in series. Although you make a wrong choice, you can try it again next time. It's just only one ad. This is no-brainers. In this case, you might ask some kind of subordinate to take a look at it if you trust in them, right? This is kind of no-brainer. Comparing to the decision that you need to make very, very carefully because the consequence is very high. And if you make it wrong, it is very difficult to correct. And the comparability of the choice are not that obvious. So in this time, you have to make the decisions, maybe together with your friends in the working group. For example, in the office, you might have to be the leader to make the decision. What message to give during the crisis? Is it true? If you say it out and the sentence is not sounds correct at all, can you say it in the next round, in the next hour? No, it has to be right at the first time and all smooth. And slight words change the whole meaning. Slight non-verbal, incorrect non-verbal cues also change the whole meaning. So you have to make the decision very, very carefully. So this is big choice. Right. Okay, there are a lot of scenarios, at least 4 boxes like this. So you have to think about when you should let other people trust in them and let them make the decision, and when you need to incorporate other people to see the choice together and make decision together, so that everyone will accept the consequences that everyone have to together resolve it if it need. Is it cool? Yes. Okay. So you analyze the problem better. Okay. Next is I will also show the answer key and also how we can apply the model into the communication scenarios in the discussion forum. Okay, let's move on to the next model. Okay. Before we move on to the next model, can I have your feedback on the model? What did you learn from the model last one?
Before you do anything, you have to, before you do anything, you have to like think about the consequences and also like the priority, or is that important or not? Like have your thinking first.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Consequences and the variability, comparability of the choices. Thank you very much. And for the cognitive bias, do you know what bias means? Can you help, Sarina? What bias?
Like when you favor or dislike something. Yeah.
Yes, bias. It means you love, you favor something or you dislike something based on subjectivity. Yes, this is bias. And when you make decisions, do you know what? You always use your bias rather than reason. Yes, yes. This because we are human and we have to aware that we are human and we are biased. Yes, and we will also biased as well. So you have to be careful. Okay. Next, there are so many types of bias. There are so many types of bias. The first one, we call it this one, the anchor effect. Richard, what anchor is used for in the boat, in the maritime? Do you know what anchor is, Richard?
Not quite sure about it.
You're not quite sure about it. You're not quite sure about it. Okay. So when you go on the boat, okay, and when you would like the boat to stop somewhere at sea, so you have to throw the anchor into the sea, and the anchor will make the ship stay in that position. Although the ship float away, but it would not float away too far from the anchor, because the anchor has got a chain that make the boat still be around that area, not too far away, not drift too far. And this is the effect of the anchor that make the boat not go too far from where it dropped. This is very metaphorical kind of word. So when you go to a shop, and the seller tell you that, okay, this piece of cloth cost you 20,000 baht. Very, very high price. So when you would like to bargain, it will not go very far from to 20,000 baht. Okay, is that right? That is the anchor effect. So the first impressions of the price, the first impression of a person get the anchor effect on the person who makes the decisions for sure. So, the lesson we learned from this anchor effect is that be careful. Don't let the first impressions fool you. Right. Order the shopkeeper say the price that it is 20,000 baht. You have to not get the effect from the anchor that he dropped. You have to look at the cloth yourself and determine how much that cloth actually costs. Look at things from its reality, not from the anchor. Is that okay with you, Richard?
Yeah, because like I faced one time like something similar like this.
Okay, what was that?
Yeah, like it's like a kind of like a restaurant looks very luxury, and so it's a Chinese hot bar restaurant. And me and James passed away many times, and we feel like, well, looks good, must be delicious, but it's gonna be very, very, very expensive. But after that, we saw like some posts on the internet that they're very cheap and like delicious. And after that, we went there and we ate a lot of food, but just like a cost a less little bit. So we feel like, yeah, it's kind of similar to this situation.
Yes, correct. Because the first impression from the outside, it looks expensive. So you feel that, okay, that is not for you. Okay, good. Thank you very much.
Everything in Chinese will be expensive.
Okay, good. Thank you. Right. Okay, next, the confirmation error. Okay, so what is this? What is this type of bias? It means that when you believe in something, it's very likely that you will search for information or you focus on the information that confirms what you believe. And although there are some piece of information that against what you believe, you just don't take a look at it. You just ignore or don't take it seriously. This is the time that it has got the confirmation error happen. Okay, let's think about the scenario. When you love someone, you can see only good things about him or her. And when people talk about something that not so good about him or her, you can just, okay, that is a human. Human have got some good and bad aspects. Okay, this is kind of, you just would like to take the piece of information that only confirm what you believe. Okay, can you take other examples that related to confirmation error? Although it's confirmed what you believe, but it's in general error. Shana, what is your case?
The parents of the back case, like the back children,
Oh,
like their
yes,
kids,
yes.
like always think that their kids are
The most beautiful thing in the world.
like like
No.
like the most kindest kids of the world, but actually not.
Yes, you are right. Yes, you are right. Okay, that is the confirmation error. Okay, so what we learned from this kind of error is that you should assume in the first place, you should assume that you were wrong, you are wrong about things. And then you will force yourself to search for the information that against what you believe initially. And then you will get comprehensive information to make a better decision. Is that right? Yes, the theory that we have learned The cognitive dissonance. Let me explain. Cognitive dissonance explain when things in your head and things that you do are not in line. You have to adjust one of the two so that it in line. If you are working in the company that don't value equality, you either leave the company or other company, or you have to change your mind that equality is not that important so that you can stay working in the company. So when things in your head and things that you do are not aligned, we call it cognitive dissonance. Okay. When you search the information to balance out that bias, we don't call it cognitive dissonance. No. No. Okay, good. It's different concept. Next, the availability error. Okay, so this is another time that you might make wrong decision because you just don't have enough information and you just make a decision from the availability information, the information that only available. It obviously that you don't have information to make decision. You not make informed decision, and that is wrong. And why there is you should have a second thought about why that piece of information is not available. For example, many people think that having vitamin D is very good. Vitamin D supplement is always good. Why? Oh, because I have seen a lot of advertisement that is not believable. I have seen the journal talking about what are the good things about having the vitamin D supplement. Oh, and did you see any publications or popular media that talk about bad things about having too much vitamin D? No, I never see that. It means that vitamin always good. This is the decision made by availability error. You have to think why there is no such information about overdose of vitamin D is bad for body. Because to sell vitamin, some people get money from it. But not selling vitamin, no people get any money from it. So that's why there is no people writing about you should not taking vitamin D. Am I clear? Yes, yes, okay, sorry, I make it too complicated. No, is it clear, right? It's clear, it's good, right? Okay, next, okay, what lesson you learned from this availability error is that you should have got a second thought that why that piece of information is not available. Maybe because of the censorship, maybe because of no people benefit from that piece of information. That's why that piece of information is not there, but maybe it's true. Okay, next one, fast and slow error. This kind of error is about you think too fast. You have to think slower, and then you will be able to make a good decision. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Let's think along. A coffee and a cookie together cost 1.10 baht. The coffee costs 1 baht more than the cookie. So how much does the cookie cost? 10. One or something like that. So most people would immediately say 10. But we call this kind of thinking is the system one. What is system one? System one is the way of thinking that you make the decision based on your reaction, not from your brain, your reaction. Because when I say that, two things cost 110. So if the coffee costs 1 baht, so the cookie should cost 10 cents. Because this is from reaction. But if you use the system two, which is carefully thinking, you will come to the right answer. Because if the coffee costs 1 baht more than the cookies does, so the coffee costs 1 baht and 5 cents, 5 stang. And the cookie costs only 0.5 baht or 5 stang. Do you understand? Yes. Slower, slower. Don't just react to things. You have to carefully think. What about you, Bob? You are okay? Okay, good. So you have got a new terminology, system one and system two. System one is reaction, system two is carefully thinking. So when you read some cognitive kind of paper, when in the paper writing about system one and two, you know what they are talking about. Okay, good. So the lesson we learned from this kind of area is that think more carefully. Yes. Oh yes, don't make decision when you are upset. Yes, emotion, even emotion overwhelm your intelligence. Right, emotion overwhelm your intelligence.
Has anyone heard about okay, many people said that don't make decision when you're upset. Okay, we've heard that. But have you ever heard don't make decision when you're too happy? Have you
Yes,
said
yes.
I don't understand why. I mean, yeah, I understand, but like any arguments about that? About don't make decision when you're too happy? I wanna
Scenario? Any scenario to share? Any experience? Please tell me a time that you feel regret that you shouldn't have said that just because you are too happy at that moment.
I think this is not because too happy, because not because like someone say it or not, but it's just like when I meet someone and then I ended up going to another one. So for example, I like this one artist
Mhm.
and I just meet him and the next day he has an event of another brand that I should buy. I immediately buy the brand after I met him the this
Mhm.
day for the next day.
Yeah,
I think
it has got a
you
lot of
shouldn't
influence.
do that.
Yes, you're right. You're right. When you are happy, you tend to promise a lot of good things to that person. Just because you are very happy. And maybe you kind of overpromise, or it is the promise that make you later less happy about it. Okay, so it means that when you are happy about something or someone, please do not promise anything. Otherwise, you might regret later on. Just let that emotion pass first. Okay, thank you. And the food for thought, okay, there are 7 unusual things that you can do to improve your decision-making skill. The first one is to get some art into your life so that you can see a lot of things and enrich you, and you see things in different perspectives as well. Okay, add on. Next, you should develop the language skill, and you should yes. Okay, next, and you have to hang out with people of all ages, because when you hang out with older people, you will know that what you will encounter in the next few years, so that you will plan for your life better. But when you mingle with younger people, like go back to your automata, old school, and meet with your kind of the student in that school, you will they will remind you about good things and failure and success and the past dream of you. So that is also a good good time to spend, right? And then do some exercise, because you know what, mind and body are very connected. So if you have got strong body, you likely to have got a strong mind as well. Your mind will be kind of more quicker and sharper. And then get creative in your cooking. This is very simple thing that you can practice every day, because when you do cooking, you have to be creative all the time. Because in the refrigerator, every day you have got different ingredient, different amount of ingredient, different type and kind, size, and your taste as well, and the people who share the meal with you. So you have to be always creative. Otherwise, and then this kind of practice will make your mind kind of very flexible and very creative. And the sixth approach is to get social online, because when you are online and talk to people and learn about their experience, you will also learn about yourself. Next, make a pro and con list of a problem. Although you encounter a problem, you should see both sides of the problems, good thing and the bad thing as well. So in this way, you will have got a balanced view of every single issue. And then it will make you make better decisions. Okay, next one, please. This is the long version of explanation about the system 1 and 2, just in case someone would like to review. Okay, the last model, which is the crossroad model. The crossroad model. When there always time in your life that you have to encounter, you have already succeed with what you have been doing. Even a success can make you lost as well. For example, someone have got a lot of score from the first capstone, and then he or she might feel that, what should I do next? What should I do next? So this is the time that you have to think about the crossroad model. Or when you achieve the position in the company that you have dreamed of for a really long time, when you get there, you have to think about this crossroad model. So what is the choices that you are having at that point of the experience? When you reach that crossroad, you have to ask yourself at least 5 questions. First, where have you come from? Where have you come from? Oh, home. Okay, where is your home like? And comparing from your origin to where you are now, are you satisfied? If you're already satisfied, okay, good. If you are not satisfied, you think that you can do more than that, okay, let's move on, go straight on. But if you already feel that, wow, I have come really long way from where I start, this is this might be where I should aim rather than go on. That can be a decision to make as well. Thinking about it from where you have come from. Two, what is really important to you? Your home, yourself, or your career? What is important to you? Okay, or money? Okay. And if it is money, you have to, where have you come from? I come from zero, and now you have got million. But if you have got 900,000, and now you have got a million, so that's something that you should do further. Okay, so you have to compare to where you come from and what is the thing that's important to you. So a lot of variables to consider. Third, which person are important to you? Your boss, or yourself, or your family members? Okay, who important to you? Or your clients? What is stopping you and what is holding you back? Maybe the thing that's stopping you is maybe your fear, your inconfidence about yourself. What holding you back is your family members, but actually it's you who want to go further. So you have to consider this kind of thing before you make decisions so that you have got well-rounded and informed information to make decision. And five, what are you afraid of? When you have to go further, go straight on, what are you afraid of? You are afraid of failure. You are afraid of you are going to be very tired. You are afraid of you are not going to control and manage your time for your pressure as before. So what actually you are afraid of? And then you take all these informations together, all these pieces of information together, and then make decision. And with this, at least 5 questions is going to help you a lot when you get to the point that you have to make decisions. Okay, so the instruction, the answer, okay, answer the following questions according to the description in the introduction sections. Where have you come from? What is really important to you? Which people are important to you? What is stopping or holding you back? And what are you afraid of? Okay, next, when you look at your notes, can you please write down your notes? Your notes. And please write down your notes and don't share with anyone. Keep it to yourself because this is very personal. But you have to be honest to yourself, be true to yourself. Yes, answer to those 5 questions. Christine, Richard. Okay, please write.
Yeah, we were writing.
Right.
Okay, good. Good. Maybe for the capstone project. Talking about the capstone project, some people might think about, oh, I have come from, I don't know, the first thing about strategic communication. But now I have written 5 pages that I love very much. That's already good enough. Ah, right. Yes.
No,
No.
so it's like a movie about someone who's really, he really wants to be in a place that like he's always dreamed of. Like he has always dreamed to be a jazz player, but he hasn't been to that place. But then eventually he managed to go to that place, and then he was after the performance, he was asking like, what am I gonna do next?
Yes.
Yeah, and then the other person said that there's an analogy of a fish. So this fish talks to another fish asking, "I'm trying to find the ocean," and then the other fish said that this is where you're already swimming. You're already swimming in the ocean. But then that same fish said that no, this is water. I'm trying to find the ocean. So it's like actually the fish is trying to achieve something that he already has. Something like that.
Right. This is very philosophical. Yes. Good, good, good. Yes. Yes, it is a good movie. And I also watched a very good movie. It's about Waiting for the Cloud. The title is Waiting for the Cloud. Cloud, which is yeah. It is about a story of it is a very old movie and okay, it is about the two sisters that get separated due to the war since they are very young. The biggest, the elder one, remember that she got younger sister. So she feel all her life that she need to reunion with her younger sister. So she wait for that moment. And then she try all her life to reunion, right? And then 90, at her 90, then she get a chance to see her sister. And sister said that, I don't know you. That is the ending. And the ending is like cloud. The ending is, it's the image of clouds, and then it's kind of disappear. And then it's kind of the end. And the whole movie is 2 hours. No, but it's really impactful, right? Yes, it's really pending. Everyone who watched it really want to see the moment when two sister reunion. But no, you don't have to wait for that moment. You should enjoy your life. Okay, good. Now let's look at the roads that lie ahead of you. Okay, so when you take all the information from those 5 questions into you already, then you look ahead. There are 6 choices. First choice is road back. Okay, I already reached where I want to be. or I deserve, I should be, or whatever. Okay. Wait. The road back is mean that you look back and you see the road you have already been on. This is the road that you have just analyzed with the questions. Okay, so this is the kind of you look back, right? Next, the beckoning road, it means that you see a road that it is calling for you to you, and you have been always wanted to try. So this is another choice. You take to go forward to the next stop rather than to go back. You don't take the road back. You go further for the opportunity that calling for you. Or you go to the dream road, which means that it might sound or it might look unrealistic for some people, but you take that road for your personal adventure, your dream road. For example, when you are kind of retired and you have got some money, rather than spending it as other people usually do, gardening or using with the grandkids, you travel and you spend it on arts and culture, sponsor other people kind of well-being. So this is your dream road. Okay, this is unusual. The sensible road. This road seems to be most sensible, and the people whose opinion you value would have suggested this road to you. So you might do what other people suggest you to do. So this is very sensible one. Do gardening after you retired. The road not travel. You try to do something that you have never tried before. Okay. Or the familiar road. You just take the road back to the place where you once felt safe. For example, you go back to where you have grown up to do something that you feel safe to do. So that is also another way that you can take when you achieve to that level. Okay, so I think the crossroad model, so far as I can see you guys, maybe I am wrong, you should not make that kind of decision yet. You have to go on the road first. You haven't reached the crossroad yet. But once you get to that moment, be sure that you have remind yourself about this crossroad model so that you make good decision for your life. And good, thank you. I hope that these sessions will make you a better decision maker. What did we learn today? There are three models. The first model is about 4 types of choices. Okay, the hard choice model. And we have got the axis. One axis is about comparability and the consequences of the decision that you make. The second model, the second activity is about the cognitive bias. Don't believe yourself, don't believe others, because it might influence your decision making. There are so many ways to get influenced. And the last model is about crossroad model. When you reach where you want or in your life, you have to think about these 5 questions and choices that you have. Okay, thank you very much. And I will stay with you until the last student leave after leave the class, and we can discuss about the feedbacks and the score. Thank you, Kap. And Christine, Do you have got any questions? I'm so sorry that I did not allow you or have got a chance to talk to you, Christine.
Hi, yeah, I think I'm good. No question.
All right. Do you want to share any experience about anything in this model?
Hold on, which one? The one right?
Anyone? Okay, for the class here, the class dismissed นะครับ Thank you ครับ Okay ครับ Christine. Christine, do you know where to check the score and the feedbacks?
Yes, I already checked and I read the feedback. And if I want to share any feedback for, I think it's the confirmation error, like the confirmation bias. So it's always like caused a fight between me and my parents, like especially with my mom, because she thinks she's living longer than me, so she thinks everything she knows right. So she can't tell me it's not the way you think about. Even I give out the evidence, like everything, she said no, it's not the thing it's not working that way, because she always think the way she's living and her own experience, and it's the right one.
Yes, you are right about it. I think most of the family is like this. Yes, I also have got the problem with my mom as well. I think many of people here have got difficulties to communicate and convince parents to believe in the evidence that you have as well. So, but the recommendation is just keep talking. Just keep talking. Keep proposing the evidence. So make sure that they have got more information than before. The more information they have, the more we align with them. This is the only thing that I can say. What do you think?
Yeah, I think true. So right now, I understand they're working that like they're thinking that way. So I won't be like fight with them or argue with them about that.
Yes, yes. Okay, all my heart with you. Keep doing. Be patient. Okay ครับ Okay, thank you ครับ Christine. Yes, yes, you can put picture in the final capstone if you like.
From the example, I did not see anyone doing it. So I was wondering if I could just like this one.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can.
Paper, like
Yes, on the paper, but it should be the image of the thing that you think that it will make the understanding clearer. Yes. It's not the decorative. No, it's not. Yes. It's not the decorative kind of
for example, like I want to make like this campaign and like the example of like the
yes, yes, you can. Yes, reference. Yeah, yes. It's something like this. Okay, good.
figure one, and then do I have to put the source? Be just figure one.
Just figure one.
Figure
And
one.
the source can be some small things. Okay. And we have got the reference at the back as well. And this is the plan that is going to be very practical and used in the corporate. So it's not like in the academia that very serious about the citation. As long as it is understandable and you don't claim the copyrights, it's fine.
Right?
ใช่ yes. Yes, yes.
And the feedback, so for the final one,
Mhm.
We work on the feedback, only the feedback, or we have to add more things?
You should add more things to it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yes. The feedback is